What's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to be going through my monthly outlook on Bitcoin for the remaining of this month, which is going to be ending in 3 days time, and also for the following month in May. So if you want to hear my thoughts on Bitcoin and the overall markets and where do I think it will be going, stay tuned. Okay, as always, I would like to start off with the higher time frame charts. So I'll be in the weekly chart for now. As you can see, we have pushed up significantly from our lows back when we set it around the 15k regions from November. We pushed all the way up to this huge resistance zone around 30k regions. We briefly tapped about almost 31k, and then last week we had a huge meltdown. You can see this huge weekly candle engulfing the previous bullish candle. So I would say this is a pretty expected move as we have hit a huge higher time frame resistance, and it is normal for price to bounce off this resistance and push down. And as I mentioned, this huge engulfing bearish candle shows us something, and it tells us that price of Bitcoin might be looking to hit even lower. Okay, so just moving into the daily time frame. Right now, if you can see it clearly, it's clear as day, Bitcoin is still in a bullish pattern. We can see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, you can see we bounced off significantly from this huge intraday range. We formed this range for 3 weeks, and then we finally pushed up to 31k, hit resistance, melted down all the way to back of the range lows, and then we bounced back up again. And just yesterday, we had a huge push up from this support zone to back to 30k, but I don't know what happened. It melted all the way back down to the 27k's again, and then today, the start of the daily candle, we pushed back up again. So moving back to my weekly chart, I did mention in my last video, which is 2 weeks ago, okay, we're currently still in this range and nothing much has changed. I'm still expecting either two scenarios to give me the Bitcoin triggers. One is a continuation of this uptrend, push up to this 0.5 fib retracement areas, deviates back down. That would be my my short entry over here, this region. Nothing has changed. I'm still not counting out that Bitcoin is able to make a new high, which I think is very, very possible. Take out these highs over here, take out all this stop loss over here, take out the liquidity, push back down, I'll look to short. You can see it line up very nicely from the top to the bottom of the fib. This is the 0.5 retracement areas, which is around the 31.8k, and I'm not surprised to see price push a little bit higher to around the 32 to 33k regions. Then I'll look for reactions over there. So this is my first setup. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I already mentioned this before. Nothing much has changed. Moving on to the daily, I remember giving you this setup also, drawing this range that we have formed for the start of March until now. Okay, my trigger was if price deviates this range, comes back below, retest this range highs over here, that will give me my short trigger as well. So currently I'm looking very, very closely right now. I was waiting for the previous day candle to close to give me an idea of what to expect next. And now it's pretty clear. You can see a clear deviation of the trend or the range. Okay, just give me a drawing tool. Clear deviation, broke back below this range, retesting right now the range highs over here. So right now I'm looking very closely as to my triggers right now going into the 4-hour time frame. This was the previous high set yesterday, and now we have retraced back to the range highs, right? And this was the daily high currently set right now. So two triggers. Either price breaks above previous daily high, but deviates, comes back below, I'm looking to short, and I'll look for reactions over here. If we can maintain below this range highs over here, I'm looking to target back down to the 26k regions. That's my TP1, and then we'll see from there. Okay, so my triggers will be looking at this high. Simply just put this as what I've drawn over here. I'm looking for price on the lower time frame, maybe on the 15-minute or the 1-hour chart. Broke above, but came back down, held as resistance. I'm looking to short over here. My stop loss will be around this previous highs, around the 30,500. Targeting, this is my first target, 26.5, and then 25Ks. And my last target will be around the 24Ks. You can see this liquidity support area. High chance Bitcoin will hit back down here soon, I feel. Okay, so this is my first trigger. But let's say if price continues to hold here as support, break a little bit above, comes back down, this is also my other trigger over here. Okay, so right now on the lower time frame chart, these are my two triggers. Either this breaks above the daily high, comes back below, holds as resistance, I short. Or it breaks yesterday's daily high, comes back below, holds below the resistance, and I short. Simple as that. For longs, I'm not looking to long right now because we are back at resistance. Longing here would be disastrous, I would say. It's very hard to time. The time to long was around here. I shared in my Discord that I was looking for a range play. Very simply, I love this place. A range low, a range high. Okay, I was waiting for the break of structure below, but fails to close below these range lows. And once it pushed back up, I longed over here. My targets were at least 28k, 28.5, and last target 29.5. All three targets were hit yesterday. And then I was starting to look for short triggers, which then it came when I was sleeping. So it's alright. I was still waiting for the daily candle closure. Now it gives me a better idea. So these are my trade setups that I'll be sharing with you guys. So again, the two main scenarios I'm looking for, of course, this area I'm looking to short already. Or if price is really bullish, I'll let it push up all the way to 32 to 33k regions. Look for reactions over there. If it shows signs of weakness, I'll short from that. Simple as that. My main targets for my higher time frame chart, okay, just move back to the weekly. Of course, it is this region over here, 25.2k. It was the range set since last year May, also June, okay. Looking to at least tap this 25k regions. So either it just melts all the way back down, 24k, alright, and deviates back above, then I'll cut all my shorts, start to look for longs at around 25.2k regions. Okay, all depends on the reaction. Either it gives us deviation back above, take a long. If it breaks below, holds it as resistance, there's another short trigger that will hit lower down to at least the 21k regions. And again, same thing. Either it gives a deviation, holds above, take the trade long to 25k, or a continued drop, holds below 21k, we visit the range lows again, and possibly this level over here. That was the yearly open, which didn't give us much of a wick, and I'm expecting price to at least tap this region over here, because price somehow always comes back to feel this, those candles without wicks, they are like magnets, So I'm expecting this to be revisited in this year also. So these are my thoughts on the markets. Yeah, so overall I'm still higher time frame bullish, unless this is a bullish scenario. I've given you my bearish scenarios, now I'll give you the bullish side. If price manages to pump above, break above this resistance on the weekly chart, Okay, weekly candle close above, or monthly candle even better, close above this 31k regions. I'll be waiting for a retest of this resistance turn support. I'll max long over here to at least 40k regions. Okay, this is my bullish setup. In no way I'm going to be bullish right now at resistance unless it gives me the confirms. Okay. One tip for you guys, don't long at resistance and don't short at support. You know, you have to plan and pre-plan beforehand. Do not get FOMO when you're at the highs, don't long at the highs. If at the lows, don't short at the lows. Simple as that. Don't FOMO, pre-plan your trades, and there we go. Easy as that. So, one more thing. I'll be sharing my trades again on my Discord group. I'll be starting with a 3k account, and let's see where I can bring it from here. I'll be taking trades and sharing them. I'll try to share them ASAP when I enter, or if I set limit orders, I will also share that in my Discord. So if you guys are interested, just head over to my Discord page. I will be sharing my trades on a Google Sheet as well. You can view it. It's open to everyone. And not financial advice, but you're welcome to follow me if you want to. But yeah. So anyway, this is all for my Bitcoin update. Hope this video finds you well. And remember, the markets are always here, but your capital may not. Peace.